Hey everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, and we're going to look at some shoes today from Exalt. These are Exalt paintball shoes, so they're designed specifically for the sport of paintball. They're not a crossover shoe like something that people would wear for football or baseball, and then they're going to wear it in paintball as well. But Exalt designed these as a paintball shoe, intended for the sport of paintball. You'll see some similarities between two, but really designed for the sport of paintball. The shoe itself, you're going to have a synthetic leather outside with the mesh, so good venting on there. The padding around the heel is nice and thick, so it's going to be comfortable and snug against your heel. You're not going to feel your heel sliding up or popping out of this shoe because the way that it's kind of formed, your heel locks into the back of it and it's going to hold it in place. Lace up just like a normal shoe. The side, interesting for a paintball cleat, they've got ribbing along the side here. So not only just on the bottom, so you could technically wear this shoe as it sits right here without any of the cleat parts that go onto it. And you still get pretty good traction on turf or grass. If you're gonna be playing in anything that's starting to get slippery, it's wet, you're gonna wanna add the cleat parts to the bottom of it, and we'll talk about those in a minute. Tongue, nice thick padded tongue, so you get great comfort through there. Ooh, look out. The insole is removable, so if you have insoles that you want to put in there, gel insoles or specific ones for your feet, you can definitely remove the insole that's there and put it in. Another nice thing about the tongue, let me try to open this up a little bit. This is kind of borrowed from the skate industry, but the tongue, I don't know if you can see this in here, but the tongue is actually attached with some elastic. So you're not going to get a lot of the tongue sliding back and forth. I know I have some shoes that after you wear them for a while, the tongue rolls over to the side and then you've got nothing on the top of your foot. But this is going to help hold that in place, and it's also going to help hold the shoe on your foot so it's just not sloppy all the time. But a lot of that can be taken care of if you just lace your shoes up and make them tight. So let's put this back in. Easily slides in there. Line that up. Now, as far as the bottom is concerned, again, we talked about wearing it without the cleat or without the spikes on it. You can see the flexibility of it. It's a lightweight shoe with good flexibility, so it's not going to feel like a stiff, hard bottom cleat like some football cleats have a really, really hard track running through the bottom, and they don't give a lot of flex to the bottom. These are going to give you good flex, good comfort. You get two sets of spikes with it. So you're going to get this spike, which really kind of looks like a golf spike. It's really, really wide, and it's going to give you good overall grip for short turf kind of things like grass, cut grass, turf, really loose dirt or compacted dirt. If you're looking for something that's got a little bit more bite to it, like a football field or something like that, where you might have uneven ground or you've got some stuff that really isn't like manicured and perfect and nice, then you might want to look at the bigger cleat. Like you'll see soccer cleats look like this. I typically wear the golf spike on there because playing on turf, this is going to be the perfect option for you. And they go in super easy. You can see there's lots of little holes on here. You know, line that thing up in there, and you can put most of these in by hand all the way down. But you get a cleat tool. And there's little holes in the cleat piece itself. And you can actually just tighten these up till they're nice and tight. Now you want to make sure that these are tight. I know a lot of people who have used a cleat like this where the spikes are removable. They don't tighten them down really well, and at the end of the day they're missing 2 or 3. Now that really can be solved by just making sure that they're tight. But if you do lose a couple, it's okay. You can buy replacement spikes, either style, through the website. They do sell replacement ones. So if you do lose a couple, which could happen, you forget to tighten them down before you go play or whatever have you, don't feel like you're ruining your shoe or you're out a bunch of money that you spent on the shoes. Just get the replacements and you're on your way. So that style like that. The other one goes on the same way. And you can see, and this one's a little easier to see the holes that are in there. You're just gonna take it again and screw it on there. But you can definitely see the different kind of traction or grip that you're gonna get between these two just in how they look. Like that. See, much wider stance on this one and then a much more digging stance on these ones. So I definitely recommend checking this shoe out. They make these for a couple other people. I know there's a Planet Eclipse version of this Exalt cleat. So they market these out to other companies and they brand them in their own name. But this is the Exalt one, made by Exalt. It comes in all sorts of sizes. You're only going to see it in the black and green though. That's the only color that they're going to do. But check for size availability and order your Exalt paintball cleats through ansgear.com.